If you're a cat person, then you probably know what it's like to come home to this gruesome surprise. And if you've ever wondered why your cat does this, you're not alone. This is a question that has puzzled humans for thousands of years. So today, we're going to dive into some research and find out why exactly cats bring home dead birds and mice. Well, one reason could be that cats are natural-born killers. Seriously, their predatory instinct is so strong that even if your cat is well-fed, they still might have the urge to catch and kill prey. Even though your cat doesn't need to hunt for food anymore, they still might be driven by their predatory instincts. And this isn't just a theory, it's backed up by science. One study found that domestic cats still have the instinct to hunt even if they're fed high-quality food regularly. They also found that cats will preferentially spend more time watching and investigating moving prey items compared to stationary ones. In other words, cats can't help but act like little kitty cat assassins when they see something that resembles prey. And remember, cats are also known to be a bit obsessive when it comes to their favorite toys. Remember that laser pointer you got your cat last year for Christmas? Yeah, me too. But despite hours of entertainment, your cat still hasn't caught it. Well, that's probably because their predatory drive kicks in and they realize that it doesn't feel right to chase a fake prey item. They need the challenge of the hunt. Now, cats aren't the only animals who exhibit this kind of behavior. Dogs also have been found to display predatory drive towards moving objects. But there is an important difference between the two species. When dogs chase down a squirrel, they usually want to play with it afterwards. Cats, on the other hand, usually want to eat their prey. And here's where things get really interesting. When cats kill their prey, they tend to gnaw on the neck area, which releases endorphins in the animal's brain. And guess what? These same endorphins are released in our brains when we eat delicious food. This is why cats tend to eat the animal parts that are rich in neuroactive substances such as the brain, spinal cord, and eyes. Cats will also sometimes eat grass, which might make them throw up after. But they do it because grass contains these neuroactive substances that they're craving. So we know that cats are natural-born hunters, and they love the feeling of the hunt and the reward that comes with it. But another reason why cats might bring home dead animals is to share their food with their owners. Now hold on. I know this sounds kind of weird, but hear me out. You see, mother cats will sometimes bring home small prey items for their kittens to practice on. And it's not just so the kittens can learn how to hunt, it's also so they can learn how to kill and dismember prey properly. If the kitten doesn't learn how to do this, they'll be unable to survive in the wild. In one study conducted in the early 1980s, researchers observed that mother cats brought home prey for their kittens between 6 and 12 weeks of age. The mother would bring the prey into the nesting box and allow the kittens to explore and investigate it. Then, she would kill the prey in front of the kittens and feed them some of its meat. Finally, the mother would let the kittens play with the carcass while she groomed them. Researchers believe that this behavior was a form of social play, which is common among many mammals, including dogs. But why do cats bring home prey for their humans? Some researchers believe that this behavior is an extension of the sharing behavior seen in mother cats and their kittens. In other words, if you're lucky enough to be your cat's favorite human, they might bring you dead animals as a gift. Have you ever heard of the term, "you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours"? Well, this is essentially what cats are doing when they bring home dead animals. They're saying, "Hey, I got this for you because you scratched my back." Okay, maybe they're not actually saying that, but you get the point. This is supported by a study published in the journal Animal Behavior in 2013. The researchers found that cats were more likely to bring home prey if they had a close relationship with their owners. Specifically, the cats were more likely to bring home prey if their owners spent more time with them and if they were fed a high-protein diet. Now, it might seem logical to assume that cats bring home dead animals to feed you, but this is actually not the case. Cats can't digest the meat of other animals, so they don't bring home dead animals for their own consumption. However, they might bring home dead animals for you to consume if they're smart enough to figure out that you can eat the dead animal. There is anecdotal evidence of cats bringing home dead animals specifically to feed their owners, But there is no scientific studies to support this claim. There is also another study that shows that cats might bring home dead animals as a form of enrichment. In the wild, cats rely on a combination of sight, hearing, and smell to find prey. But when they're domesticated, they don't have to worry about finding food. This means that domestic cats can become bored and understimulated, which can lead to destructive behavior. So by bringing home dead animals, cats are able to stimulate their natural instincts and have some fun at the same time. Bringing home prey allows cats to experience the thrill of the hunt and also gives them an opportunity to explore and manipulate their environment. This is especially important for cats who live indoors and don't have access to the outdoors. Providing your cat with opportunities to engage in these behaviors can help prevent destructive behavior and keep them happy and healthy. You can do this by providing them with interactive toys, puzzle feeders, and plenty of opportunities to climb and explore. Now, there is another theory out there that suggests that cats bring home dead animals as a way of showing off their skills to their human counterparts. This is similar to the idea of cats bringing home toys and other objects as a way of impressing their human companions. By leaving the prey at home, cats are able to demonstrate their hunting skills and strength. This behavior is thought to be a way for cats to strengthen their bond with their owners and establish themselves as skilled hunters. This theory is supported by the fact that cats are more likely to bring home larger prey animals, such as rabbits and squirrels, which are more challenging to catch. It's unclear whether cats bring home dead animals as a form of gift, enrichment, or to show off their skills. It's most likely a combination of all three factors. Ultimately, it's a unique and fascinating behavior that is part of what makes cats such amazing creatures. Now, it's worth mentioning that not all cats bring home dead animals, and those that do, don't always bring them inside the house. However, the reasons why cats might do this behavior are still relevant. It's possible that some cats simply don't feel the need to impress their owners, or they don't have the opportunity to hunt. Additionally, some cats might live in areas where there isn't much prey available. This is why it's more common to see cats bring home dead animals in rural areas where there are more opportunities to hunt. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.